Alrighty, good morning everyone. I think we're ready to get started and get going. I hope you are all doing well today. Welcome back. It's another lovely weekend. We're here to continue our crusade on randomly selected games, whatever that means. As you might notice, I played with the lighting a little bit. I realized in the last stream that the overhead lighting was kind of making it impossible to see the cat cam, and if I have to strike a balance between the cat cam and my personal camera, it's leaning towards the cat cam. Let's be honest, what we're all here for is high fidelity footage of cats consuming treats. That's what we're really here for. Oh, hang on. Raven is saying echo? Oh, no, it's a comic. Okay. Sorry, I was like, is my mic echoing? What's happening? We should be fine. I haven't changed any settings. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. It's because the overhead lights just reflect so much off the cat beds. It's on my radar to actually pick up some proper directed lighting that I can put behind the desk, and that'll make things a little bit better. But at the end of the day, the camera is just for you all here that's tuning in live. For everyone else, when you're watching these later, you won't see it.
To the war funds. The corner store is open for all your crusade needs.
Björk, thank you so much for the donation. Corner store is open for crusade needs. Love it. We're going to be able to get started on things. Let's call out who's here so far. I saw Sky was here nice and early. Raven, I think, actually was the earliest, saying stream isn't for an hour and a half. Who on earth is waiting? Raven, I did see your message over in the Discord. Haven't had a chance to send it through because I was getting everything set up for the stream. But you stayed up all night? Oh my goodness. You're insane. Shout out to Raven, who's going to be helping support the bingo for the stream today. So thank you so much, Raven, for managing that for us today. I appreciate it. John Leonard was here early as well. Had it open in a side window so they didn't forget. Perfect way to manage things. Alistair Kessel, welcome back. You're going to be able to take part in the bingo this time. I think last time we saw you in the stream for in Stars and Time on the Sunday. Welcome back indeed. Richard MV's here with the reminder for the drinks and the snacks and the bathroom breaks, and we're all over that. Jazzy Caddy here as well. Who else is he? Juan Ignacio Sanchez. Will we start soon? Yes, indeed we will. Gust is here. Western Studios is here. Sorry, Western Stations is here. Sorry. Who else? Mikhail Kerman 4042. Hi everyone, indeed. Welcome. Delta Saves. Your migraine broke just in time. It did. All right. So for everyone that is here for the first time, oh, sorry, over on Twitch, I did see Electron as well. Welcome. Yeah, if this is your first time here, quick overview of what's about to happen. We have games that have been submitted by the community with 200 or fewer reviews. We put them on a wheel, we spin it, we pick a game, we play it for 30 minutes, and then you decide if you want to see more of it or if we should move on to something else. At the same time, we play bingo. So make sure you grab your card. There's a link in the description, or you can use the help command and get it from the chat bot as well. Basically, we'll play bingo as we go through the game, looking for things that are most likely to appear. And if you win, you earn bingo points, which puts you into a prize draw at the start of each month for a shot at winning some Steam gift cards. All a good bit of fun. All right, I think without any further ado, we should just get into it. Yeah, Maple Treeway won a whole lot of stuff last time. I haven't put up any text for it or anything as well, but we've started a thing where for every donation, follow, membership, whatever you want to do, we are giving the kitties some treats because they're adorable, they're good cats, and they do enjoy some treats. So as a thank you for Fyuk for the donation earlier, we do owe one treat, the little panda here. Yeah. She was so gentle and then dropped it. In the meantime, Stella is in here with us. She is currently over the other side of the room tackling a box. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera set up to capture that, but just trust me, she is over there doing the best she can to make it so that the box is no longer alive. She tries her best. She really, really does. All right. Hang on, what's going on here? I can see a couple of messages that have come through the chat on screen, but not my multi-stream chat. I'm sure it's fine. I've got eyes. I won't miss anything. It's not like that's never happened before. Yeah, what could go wrong? All right, let's get into things. We've got some games to play, and the wheel only ever grows bigger. All right, let's put the sound down there. Let's jump over to here. So yes, make sure you've got your bingo cards at the ready. Here is where our wheel currently stands. I think we had 280-ish games. It's a big list, but I love it. Please keep the game suggestions coming. We've had some people that managed to sneak in some actually popular games into this list. There's a few in here that definitely don't have fewer than 200 views anymore, like Mugenics and Romeo is a Dead Man. So we've got a few good ones on here, and some games that people suggested that have more because they spent their points to suggest anything. Level 9 Druid, can you also suggest the game which you worked on but wasn't released by me? Yeah, absolutely. Those would be the ones to appear in the dev streams, more than likely. Otherwise, feel free to do it this way as well, if you want to submit the game through there. Alistair Kessel, is there a list of games that are on the wheel? Want to see if there are any you have played? Yes, there is. If you hop over to the Discord, there's a section for bot commands. You can use the command !games space wheel. It'll generate this full list of games that I'm looking at right now. So it only shows the ones which are currently on the wheel and that haven't been played, not the ones that have been played in the past. If you want to see some of those, we've got a list, but it's not 100% up to date. There should be a link to the Google spreadsheet in the video description. It's the Stats for Nerds spreadsheet. There's a tab on there for streamed games, and you can have a look at that as well. There's a lot, but yeah, absolutely, there is a way to see the full list. Neo, already know what we're going to suggest next month. Found a really funky shoot 'em up by/for synthesizer nerds. That does sound very interesting. I'm with you on that. Gus, never sure what to suggest. Have like a list of ideas, but only choose at the start of the month. I think that's kind of what's fun about this, is it prompts people to actually jump in and have a look at what some of the new releases are, rather than necessarily being like, oh, this is like my favorite game of all time that I want to see a streamer play. Those ones are still kind of cool, but there's also something fun about going, oh yeah, I can suggest a game. Let's see what something new is that deserves to be spotlighted. So speaking of, what are we spotlighting first today? Let's have a look, shall we? All right. First up today is we're doing a 5x5 bingo with Grimoire as the game. So the bingo is already set to the 5x5, so make sure you've got your card up and ready to go. Let's have a look at what Grimoire is, shall we? And Raven, hopefully you are ready at the wheel. Display test looks like it worked nicely. Grimoire is free. We don't see that too often. All right, let's pause the music there. Oh, okay. This already looks like it has peak vibes, and I am here for it. How does this only have 60 reviews? Okay. Well, this is not how I thought I was starting off the day. Henry Splace, welcome. How you doing? Matey ain't made it just in time for the stream. You did indeed. We're just getting started on the first game. Maple Trio found a really funky puzzle game, which is one of the very few games you bought and haven't refunded. That is impressive. Do you tend to refund a lot of yours? This is definitely a Zonorix coded game. Let me check here. Let me check here. Is this a Zonorix game? That command, that command. No, this is by Diane. Submitted in July 2025. So this is, yeah, a little bit unusual. I don't think we've got too many games submitted by Diane. Also, Diane, if you're here today in the chat, we need to know. So let's see if we can start marking off. We have got less than 200 reviews. It was released after 2020. It was on the 17th of May, 2025. Same developer and publisher, Bookworm. In terms of what they have done, this is the only game they've made. They have not done anything before this. Interesting. Let's have a look at the trailer, shall we? It is 30 seconds long, so most definitely less than a minute. Yeah, let's go. I always hate that. Oh, it's only 720p is the maximum quality. Well, I mean, I guess that fits the aesthetic of the game, right? Let's have a look. Wow, I did not have time to read that. The Grimoire something. Mana is fleeting. Ooh. Let's put that down a little. Okay, this is fast-paced. This is parkour with spellcasting? Holy cow. This looks like a trip. And I am here for it. Oh, this is giving me, like, with the hand position and what they're holding, it gives me vibes similar to, oh, what's the one that I've seen recently? Lucid Blocks, I think it's called. Which looks like dark Minecraft, or like liminal Minecraft is the best way I can explain it. If you haven't heard of Lucid Blocks, definitely check it out. That game has sick vibes. But yeah, this does seem like a Zono's game. The soundtrack slaps for sure. Go ahead and mark that off. Do we have health? I'm looking at the screenshots, trying to figure it out. I think non-conventional weaponry is definitely in here. Magic is definitely in here. I don't know if we have health. I'm not seeing a health bar on screen. Surely we do. There's things that shoot at us. I haven't seen a dialogue box in there anywhere either. But yeah, definitely magic. Oh, and definitely a jump. Thank you, Solokissin. Absolutely. Fuke, wait, hold up. Is the in-game font able to be read upside down as well? See any examples of the font? I guess we'll find out when we get in there. I don't see... Might have been something in the trailer, but I don't see one in there. Reviews was less than 200. Yeah. Oh, but the reviews are very positive. That is also one that we can mark off. Good call. Since when is Swedish language a tile? Since last stream. That one got added in by Level 90 Druid, I believe. So now not only are we looking for additional languages, but we need specifically Swedish language for a bonus tile. Also, just heads up for anyone that's interested, it is now cheaper to remove a tile than it is to add a new tile. We've hit the switch point on there and it's flipped over. Yeah, definitely uncommon. Okay, what else can we get from here? The Archmage is dead, the Grimoire is free, mana is fleeting. Okay, Grimoire is a fast-paced platform shooter with an emphasis on movement, playstyle customization, low poly graphics. You are the thaumaturge. Okay, I'm cool with this. We've got some parkour mechanics, but the important question is, do we have the word unique? Yes. 2 unique casting options and 3 unique maps. These had better be things I've never seen before anywhere. Has it been updated? We'll find out in a second. We don't have any additional languages, no idea about Steam Deck compatibility. We don't have a developer website or YouTube. They've got Instagram, Blue Sky, and X. For update history, though, excuse me, are you just... Oh, cool, she's trying to eat my chair. Love that. Solokissin, redeeming free space. Which free space do you want to redeem? Everyone, while they're doing that, you can also mark off redeem something if you have that one. They're redeeming gifts in the store page. Solo, are you also calling bingo is the question. We do have updates, by the way, so you can mark that off. Have a look. Henry, confused about how the streams work. Where to suggest games? Most of the stuff is over on the Discord. If you want to suggest games, pop over to the Discord. You do need to be a channel member in order to submit a game, but it's $1 a month at the minimum. And if you sign up for 1 month, you can submit games for 2 months because it carries across to the next month. So you get one at the start of each month. What value for money? Also, you've just reminded me of something. Hang on a sec. There might be something I can do here. No, we've already used up our 10 gifted memberships for this month. Boo. Oh, there we go. Solokissin is calling bingo. Okay. Let's go over and take a look, shall we? We will have to verify. Where are we? No, don't do that. View cards. That's what we want. Solokissin, where are you? There. Okay, Solo Kissin has called. Same developer and publisher. Very or overwhelmingly positive. Less than 200 reviews with the free space in the middle. Unique in the description. And store page has GIFs. Nailed it. That was a stupidly fast bingo. Holy cow. Let's go add that on. Oh, shout out. I think I saw Fyuk there as well with a gifted membership. Thank you so much for the support, Fyuk. And congrats to Quack Attack, who received that one. Just need to go ahead and give out our bingo point. Solid Kissin, first point of the month. There we go. And let's add it onto the leaderboard. That was super, super quick. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. I'll give you the capital K in there. There we go. That looks better. Wow, that was so quick. So, Raven, you can actually clear off everything from the bingo list because we are done from that one. I can't believe how quick that was. Let's get straight into playing the game then. No need to faff around with doing Wordle or anything like that. Let's just get this downloaded and see what it's all about. Anyone that was interested, the file size is not very much. 500 megabytes? More than I thought, but still pretty small. All right, let's take a look. I'm excited to get into this because it seems like a very fast-paced game. Okay, so we would have got engine logo there as well. If you hear rustling in the background, it is the death of a cardboard box. How you doing down there, Panda? Are you good? She's chilling and slightly concerned. Also, let me just bump up this music here. We've got like lo-fi horror vibes going on, and I'm digging it. Like the little ghostly shadow hands. Like immediately, like the first impression vibes of this are very strong. So Diane, good suggestion so far. The dungeon, the lab, the core, the arena. We've got to check the settings. Music and sound effects sliders. Mouth sensitivity starts very low down. Does have controller support. Huh. It screams at the dam to eat your flesh too, Sandy. What an excellent comment. Very well done. Can someone please check? Is there a lo-fi horror vibes video or stream available on YouTube? Because there's been like lo-fi almost every other genre, so there's gotta be lo-fi horror vibes, right? It's gotta be a thing. All right, I guess let's start with the dungeon. Cats and boxes, I swear to God. Ooh, great art style here. 2D with the little red and blue highlights on things. This is super cool. All right, time has started. And we got cutscene. Oh, damn, this is sick as heck. I'm just going like right back to my wannabe edgy teen phase. Oh, we are straight in. No tutorial, no controls. Okay, we've got a wall jump. That's cool. All right, let's have a quick peek here. There is a codex, so we're going to learn things. Controls. Not the best presentation, but we see it. We've got movement, shift to crouch, control to swap / combo, space to jump, left mouse button to invoke, right mouse button to destroy, R to reset, F is also swap code. So F and control do the same thing. Huh. Ooh, that music's sick though. All right, so that's our attack apparently. And right click gives us a little blast back. I don't quite know what that meter in the left is, but I think it might be like momentum. Wall running. Hold left or right against a wall to start a wall run. Wall runs can only be started if you are descending. Press jump to leap off the wall. Wall runs can be cancelled without a jump by simply moving away from the wall. Okay. Okay, so you can only wall run if you're going on a downward angle. There is also no double jump. Okay, I mean, that's not a great wall running tutorial. Ah, but there we go. It does work. Cool. So this is what goes into the codex. Dreams. Invoke. Fire a powerful sand blast. Bucket sand! Destroy. Hold to visualize your teleport position. Release to instantly... Oh, so it's not a pushback. Combo. Hold to slow down time and release and visualize your teleport position. Release to instantly appear there and damage any surrounding. This is a complex first mechanic, so I can hold it down. And teleport to its location. Maybe? That doesn't seem to be working now. I just have a little sandblast. Which is kind of cool for getting around. Is it because I needed to do that? Did I need to hit that first? No, I can place it. Okay. And then it runs out of charges. But touching that gives me the charge. Okay. So I can use scroll wheel to change between weapons, essentially. Interesting. While running advanced. We're ready for it already, a minute in. She got it. There is a tennis ball inside the box. This is making it highly desirable. Meantime, Panda's just like, what? Why? The map seems straight out of Ultra Kill somehow. I haven't played Ultra Kill. I need to. While running, your max speed is constantly increasing, indicated by the bar on the left. Okay, yes, but the bar on the left is velocity. The speed is only lost if you stop moving. The more you jump off the wall without landing, the less powerful your jumps will become. Okay, so there is like a limitation built into it. Whee! Okay. And you can just keep hopping up the same wall as well. That's sick. Sliding. Initiating a slide gives you a small waning speed boost. Holding a slide preserves your speed and direction. Sliding in the air propels you downwards. Sliding on slopes increases your speed. Okay. Yeah. Propels downward. And sliding, you just slide forever. Everything on the ground is made of ice. Deal with it. This game's going to have so much speed running potential. It's sick. Okay. And you can probably do little hops like that to build your speed. We can just wall run over here because why not? All right, that gives us another teleport thing. Interesting. How do I choose not to use the teleport then? So where am I going? Why is this cell door open? Is this where I find the prisoner from Dark Souls? Can I jump my way up? Oh, I can. Okay, so presumably I'm meant to be wall running around here to somewhere? No, it's just given me a little dungeon to roam around in and I can't... Like, initially there was a path and now I'm confused. Am I dumb? Oh. Yeah, I think I'm meant to go this way. Yeah, there we go. Look at me slide. Whee! Okay. Spell page. What the hell was that? That sound design was sick. Collide with spell pages to collect a spell attack. Each spell has 2 attacks, invoke and destroy. Press swap to swap between your hands. You can hold 2 spells, 1 in each hand. Okay, so I have the same spell in each hand now. Cool. Whew, that did something. And that teleported me around. Love it. Can I use a normal attack? I mean, it worked. What are you doing? Come here. I want to kill you. No? What if I do that? Yeah, there we go. That works. Okay, what did you drop? Lightning! Invoke. Hold a charge and continuously release a beam of lightning for 3 seconds. Destroy. Grants a dwindling speed boost. Combo. Grants a dwindling speed boost. Become pure energy. Obliterate enemies on impact. Okay. That's cool. I like it. So now I have lightning and I have the teleport thing. Hang on, if I go back to the codex. Oh yes, dreams was the sandblast what I was doing. Okay. Got it. So basically each spell has 3 abilities that you can use. Ah. Oh, what did I miss here? Alistair got to Act 3 of Mugenics. Nice. Level 9 Druid can be played in VR. What can be played in VR? Imagine this but in VR. Oh god, there'd be so much motion sickness so quickly. You would just be vomiting into the headset within 5 minutes of playing. Okay, so that's more lightning. Yeah, sure. Except I can't pick it up because I'm already full on spells. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. What? So it clearly wants me to go down there. But what if I don't? What if I go this way instead? Sword? Can I have sword? No, I'm a mage. I don't get to use sword. Ooh. Ah, okay. No, spell doesn't want to work. Sure. Oh, I used the wrong thing. Okay. That's working better. Die. Thank you. Okay. More coming in. Got you there. Got him. Any more to deal with? It's you up there. Okay, so apparently you can get hurt, but I'm not sure what my health is. Why is there still just a 1? Oh, is it because there's an enemy up there? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm just digging the vibes here. The speedrunning potential in this game is insane. Alright, so the number at the top is the number of enemies? Or like the number of waves of enemies? Whoa! Okay, that was accidental. Just die. Cool, yeah, so it's the number of enemies in the current wave. There's also a little bit of auto-tracking, which I'm guessing is because you can play this game with the controller. Why are you not dying? Thank you. The others are over there somewhere. 1. Woo! Then they can pick up spells? Gotcha. Oh, there's all this down there as well? No, I see you there. Oh, I can't quite make that jump though. Still one more enemy somewhere. What are you and how do I get up to you? Like that. Okay. I can also... Ooh. Ah, the lightning you have to hold down. That's why it wasn't working for me before. Yeah. Dude. Yes. All right, this opens up. Excuse me, I would like to go down. Oh, there we go. Lightning. Thank you. And I see you over there. Apparently I can't hit you, but I can with that. Okay, I'm having way too much fun. Die. You as well. And then that was with the speed boost. Because you could also be like teleporting forward as you do this. Dude, what? Okay. Let's just keep moving. I don't need to worry about killing all of them. I'm going this way. We'll run to increase speed. Okay. Oh no! Uh-oh. This is a problem. Let me back up. Please and thank you. There we go. Huh. No! Ah, I slipped. I was so close. there's a spell over here. There's so many like little hidden things as well. That's really good level design. All right, how am I getting back up to there? Up. Come on, let me up. Okay, that's where we started. Let's try this again. Okay, there. How do I... Ow! Could you just not? Thank you. There we go, shift. Alright, time for another fight by the look of it. You're gone. Oh, come on, that should have hit you. Perfect. And that gives us the lightning back. Dude, they're so creative with the level design here. This does not need to go this hard. Excuse you. Oh, and there's platforms to get up there as well. Okay, you get out of there. Oof, okay, that's a little bit tricky to get up. Jump over, maybe? Come on. Up you get. Yeah, okay. Where am I going? It's always that moment of like, is this the way I'm supposed to go? Because it looks like fun. So we're going to do it. Oh, okay, I could have just gone through. But the fact that you can go up this way? Nice. Okay, so it's just like a little series of little rooms there. Okay. Excuse you. I'm busy. Yep, okay, we got through. Problem is I can't tell where I'm supposed to be going now. That looks good down there, maybe. Alright, we should have stayed down. Unless this... Never mind, we're down now. Okay, did anyone else want to be lost? I think we're lost. Oh, this is where we came in! All that hopping around and we just went full circle. Okay. Is there another little room I can get to from here? No. And I don't think I can just pass through this. So it is saying go up. Then where? That's the room that we were in. Guess here? Yeah, we haven't been... Well, this is locked. I don't think I can... I can't teleport through it. That would have been sick. Alright. Lightning will have to be the answer then. We're out of other spells. This is all one big... Oh, there we go. Sprawling level. Ooh, okay. That has a cooldown on it. What does that do? I don't know. I'm pressing a button, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. You guys just... Oh, there we go. That's what it does. We're dead. And you're dead. Okay. That's where we came up. Gotcha. Cool. Cute little pool of water. Down here then. They're doing a pretty good job of using light to kind of show you where you should be going. I missed that spell. There we go. Come on. Let me use it, maybe? That's got a cooldown on it. Come here! You okay. Flying bat as the first enemy? Kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Let's use one of those up, then I can grab another one of them. We're making progress. Come on, you can wall run better than that. Oh my god! What? Right, that means more enemies. Lovely. My favorite. There they are. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Oh, God. Where's the last one? There. Gotcha. Okay, now where am I meant to be? Jeez. All right. Give me that. That teleport is useful. More of you flying little freaks. Hold still and let me kill you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right, we need to go up this way? Ah, yeah, it's just spiral staircase. I was really trying to do that the hard way, huh? Sure. Oh, you. Wait. Oh, but there's more. Cool. Hang on. Where's the last ones? There. Cool. And down over there. There we go. 14 minutes. Good lord. I think that's supposed to be done in like 5. Okay. That's... Let's break it down now that I'm out of that. Presentation-wise, fantastic. Like, they've nailed that, like, fast-paced dungeon runner aesthetic. Controls are pretty solid. Would like to see a little bit more variety in the spell design, but that's probably going to come a little bit later. I think it's a little bit confusing having them as consumables, where your left click allows you to keep reusing them, but your right click is a one and done. But I think that's something that you would get the hang of pretty quickly. Oh, don't know if Help Game's functioning. Let me double check that. Streamlabs might not be quite set up correctly. Let me check. No, commands are on. Is on. Looks like it should be doing everything it's supposed to do. It says it's active. Oh yeah, Streamlabs bot was there. It said type help, so it should be working. Alright, where was I? Sometimes it does have issues over on the Twitch though, and I don't know why. But yeah, the mods can hopefully help out. Just so if you want to find out how stuff works, there haven't really been a lot in streams. The Discord will have most of the answers that you're looking for, Electron. But I'll happily answer them when we get a chance. But yeah, this feels like a passion project for sure. And yeah, I want to see if there's boss fights, because this would be great fun in the arenas. Doesn't need to work on YouTube either. That's strange. Let me see if I can test it on my end, because this should send it through to both. If I do mission help, let's see what happens. Which whispers can sometimes be a tad annoying to find. Yeah, that's usually how it works. Yeah, it came through to me on there. So hopefully it's not because they've changed something on the back end. Looks like it should be fine. Okay, anyway, we're losing time on this game. Let's keep going because I want to see what else they've got here. Like, are there more levels? Is it just a one and done? There's more levels with more music. Unless, is this like a hub? I am exceedingly short. What am I? Just Archmage Dwarf. This place was not built for people my height. This is like a jungle drum and bass? Kind of? Damn. Okay. New spell, Gravity. Invoke, fire a cluster of rocks. Destroy, hold to launch and maintain a gravity bomb that sucks in and damages enemies. Combo it, fire a binary system. Oh, we're just getting into straight computer mechanics here. Launch in its direction, sucks in and eliminates enemies on impact. I know it's not that kind of binary, it's fine. can I just say, as far as spell descriptions go, this is incredible. This has immediately made me go, I am a powerful mage. I'm not, you know, some level 2 wizard that's just learnt to cast Firebolt. I'm creating, like, a Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth-style binary system of stars that I'm launching at enemies. That's so cool. Okay, that's basically shotgun on left click. And he actually gets, like, the little hand, the little swirling rocks around the hand. Dude! Why does this go so hard? Whoa! Hi! We are lagging a little bit, but that's fine. And I cannot aim. Holy cow. Come here. Let me kill you. Thank you. No? There we go. Okay. Yeah, just like little medieval helmets. What I want from this game is like a kick button. Little ghostly hand pointing you where to go. Sure, why not? Alright, shall we try what this, like, special combo abilities things are? Also, platforming. Nice. Hey there, guys. Okay, you do take damage. Like, there is a hit effect, but you don't seem to have health. How did that miss? Got one there. Okay, you can die. I don't know where my health was, though. Press swap key to try again. Okay. Cool. I did want to test that. I was like, can you die, can you not? Okay, it put us back in this room rather than right back at the start. Gotcha. Ow. Oh, that should have got at least one of them there. The fact there's also a little sound effect to let you know when your shots land. That's just a nice little touch. Like, it didn't have to be there, but they did. That audio-visual feedback makes a huge difference in games like this. Wait, made it. Oh, hi. Okay, not exactly where I'd want to be fighting enemies. Ow. Did you? Holy cow. Okay, that works. Got another one there. Come on. Nope, that didn't seem to do anything. Got him. Okay. Can we go now? No, there's still 2 more enemies somewhere. Ah. Cool. How far does that go? What? No! I call BS. Definitely not. I was fine. Cool. Needed to hit them a couple. There's still more enemy. Oh my god. Okay, how does this thing work? Charge it. Oh my, what the hell? Switch hands. No? I don't have any abilities left. I need to find a page. There we go. Undo. Where did all the things go? Excuse me? Hello? Oh, there you are. Gotcha. Okay, where's the rest of them? Oh, right there. Come on. 2, 1. Got him. Cool. Alright, we're almost out of time, though. Ah. The wall running and jumping just feels so good because there's just enough stickiness and it builds up the speed nicely. Hey, was that? Is there a secret in here? Ooh. A vending machine? For potions? Okay. Pointy hand says go this way. Sure thing, pointy hand. Oh my... Okay. Sure. What? What? That was the right way to go. Heck, excuse you? What? I've built up too much speed. Alright, there you are. Gotcha. Oh, come on. Just die. Thank you. Ah. Alright, I wish I knew where my health was. Well, I think what this game is doing fantastically well is the visual sightlines. Every time you enter a new space, there's just something visually distinct and different that you haven't seen before. Whether it be because of the level layout or objects, a color scheme that you haven't seen. Like, it's not, oh, here's another room in this style again. None of the rooms that we go into are repetitive. They obviously use the same tile set, but the way they build the room, the enemy positioning and layout, it's all so different. And kudos to them to still being like able to be inventive with what they're creating after having made so many little differences in the level design. There we go. Still one more somewhere. Further up this way, maybe? Yes, I saw the thing. Heading over here. Gotcha. And because it keeps putting you back into these rooms that you slowly work your way further up and up. Like, if you just stop and look for a second. That's freaking awesome. Oh, the health bar's at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that's useful information. I just fell off there. We made it back up. We're good. Okay. Yeah, so this one's more like, it feels like a classroom. Wait. Die. Ow. Gotcha. Okay, little bats, go away. What are you? Go away. Ah. Please stop. Thank you. I have no idea how you heal yourself. I'm going to die. Again. But then again, is there really anything new? Run! Hey, got him. Am I still being chased? Kind of. Did I just accidentally use my one spell that I had access to? Kind of. It's alright, I've still got the shotgun. Okay. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Still 7 more enemies somewhere. There's one of them. Saw you up there. Okay. Oh my god, I have so little health. Up there. Where else are you guys? Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that little slide down the hills as well. Alright, it must be... Aha. There. You're the last one? No, there's one more. He's hiding over there somewhere. Come here. Don't kill me. Thank you. Okay. I'm amazed that we're still alive. Whew. Okay, sit back. Posture check. We're good. Be chill. Be chill. Be cool. This way? Okay. Dude. This is insanely creative level layout. I should have been moving. Okay, there doesn't seem to be stamina. The thing on the left is like momentum. Can I get a spell? No, no spells there. I think... Ow. Oh, where am I going? I don't think I was meant to go this way, but we're here now. Okay. Those are not doors I can go through. Cool. We're gonna go this way. Come on. Up the stairs. I believe in you. Slowest parkour ever. Hey, hey, actual spells. Ow. Maybe I should use them, At least I don't have to kill all the enemies here. Ow! Where? What? Ah! Stop it! Whoa! Okay. I see it. Hey! Right. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh, cool. More bear things. Die. Thank you. Can I do another... Maybe? No, that doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Well, that spell at least is a bit more accurate over a long distance. I like it. Oh, but wait! There's more! Holy... Die, die, die. Even the game's mocking me! Yeah, there are so many cool ideas here. Unfortunately, we are out of time. That went by so quickly. All right, I will put up the poll so all of you can decide if we're going to be playing 30 more minutes of this or if you would like to move on to something else. Question is the poll working? Also, apparently, alt-tabbing breaks something. Oh, does seem to be working, but it's not displaying. It is there, you just have to trust and believe. I don't know why it's not visible. Seems like Streamlabs is having some issues today. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I think overall this game should... I was going to say should be wishlisted, but realistically you should just download it. It's free. Why not, right? It's doing so many things right, and I am surprised that this game is free. Oh, we did bug it out for a little bit there. I mean, just look at that view. I don't care if I'm getting hit. I mean, I do care a little bit. Go away. I just want to admire the view, damn it. Because this person not only has been able to build some fantastic, like, key mechanics in the game, but they know how to design interesting looking levels that you can kind of absorb in an instant. All right, we voted to spin. All right, let's hop out of the game then. Bookworm, well done. You have so much potential with what you're making. If that's a solo project, that's insane. If that's a group project, then all of you are exemplary. Just seriously well done. I'm trying to think of like what constructive feedback I have for the devs. I think from a control aspect, one thing that would make things slightly easier is having the combo move be able to be bound to the mouse wheel click rather than F or control, because it is a little bit awkward for ones that need to be held down. Might be something to consider. I also didn't check to see if the keys were rebindable, so that might be an easily fixable thing on my end. Had done that. Grail, People of Note has a demo. Good to know. What else would I have to say about this? The music was 100% fitting and fantastic. Like, I didn't get sick of any of the music, and it's got such amazing energy and drive to it that matches the speed and pace of the game. The visual design is very clear in terms of what things are enemies. I like the way that the final 1 or 2 enemies in a round are highlighted to make them easier to find, which is in keeping with the theme of speed of the game. There's a lot of little things that the game is doing right in order to keep up the momentum. I think there is a design flaw maybe in that there's this weird offset of balance between speed and movement and parkouring your way around levels and precision aiming. I feel like that makes for a very like small target audience. There is a bit of aim assist which helps, but I do wonder if the game would just simply benefit from having larger enemies to hit. So you can also then incorporate things like you kill an enemy and you get a bit of a speed momentum boost or something like that for a second or two. So you're still encouraged to kill the enemies, but it's not moving the focus away from being a movement shooter to being a precision shooter. I think this game's trying to strike the balance between them. I don't have a problem with flying enemies, Raven, but the size of the flying enemies, and there's something that just to me felt a bit off with the way the gravity shotgun effect was working, trying to target them. Like I was sure I was aiming it up right, but it was just not hitting. So that could have been a me issue, 100%. Something just did feel slightly off with it. But this game has so much potential, and the fact that you can jump in and play it for free is huge. They need to have links on how to support them for the development of the game, because there is definitely an audience for this. In fact, they need to get their game in front of IronPineapple, because while IronPineapple's thing is all about Souls-like games, they also spend a lot of time looking at movement shooters. So yeah, should definitely send it their way. Cool. All right, I think we're good to move on to the next game then, which means a fresh round of bingo as well. So make sure you've got your cards at the ready. Thank you again, Diane, for submitting Grimoire. That was incredible. I'm so glad I got to play that. Let's go put the 5x5 back on the wheel and see what we're playing next. While that's spinning. Hello. Heck yeah. Treats are around, and the treat for us is Crystallium. We're going to be doing a 6x6, so let's change that over first so I don't forget. That goes on there. There we go. Yes, if you want me to see something, popping it over in channel content is the way to go. If you put it in there, say you're redeeming something, I will absolutely know what to do with it. Did I miss a redemption of the 500 point submit any game thing? Yes, Fiuk, you've got it on there. Perfect. Sorry, I didn't see the notification for it. Yes. Yeah, I think you did that before as well. Yeah, so once you've redeemed it, just pop it over in channel content and we will add it in for the next stream. All right, one second. I'm just going to put some AC on here. It is surprisingly warm today. And Stella decided she no longer wanted to be a part of this. She has abandoned us. She's too good for us, chat. She doesn't want to be here anymore. But Panda does, because Panda loves treats. All right. Crystallium. Let me just make sure I did that right. Yes, we are set up for the 6x6. Fantastic. Let's see what we've got. Raven, I hope you are ready at the wheel. Let's have a look. Crystallium does have a free demo. Important to note. Is this a rhythm game or is this a card game? Hang on. Who submitted this? Crystallium comes to us from Lewis. Crystallium, more so a joke game based on late January's rhythm game nonsense. This is another joke game, but it's also in alpha. This was submitted January this year, so literally last month. Okay. Yeah, no Crystalla, not this time. Demo's the only thing it has. You're right. But it had 2 entries when we searched for it, which is why I got confused, because it's Crystallium and Crystallium Demo. But actually, that's the only thing that's out. All right. Crystallium is a... Oh, I see why you submitted this. Is a furry-themed rhythm game where you build a team of warriors to fight monsters, vanquish corruption from the dungeons, and unearth the ancient mystery that has faded from everyone's memory.
At Fuchs Card Expo donated $5 to the war funds. Typical Fuchs, using their points so someone's game with just over 200 reviews gets on the wheel. What a villain that Fuchs is.
An absolute villain, Fuchs. How dare you show support to games that sit outside of our arbitrary limit of 200 reviews? If it's got 201, they don't deserve our attention. What are you thinking? Gus, this game unfortunately is related to some recent controversy in the rhythm game community recently. Ooh, controversy. Please, spill the tea. Tell us more. No, seriously, please tell us more. I want to know what's going on here. How does a furry game like this stir up that level of controversy? That's wild. But also, hell yeah, rhythm game. Another opportunity for me to completely embarrass myself. While you're sorting that out, let's see what we can do. Obviously, there's no reviews yet because it is still early access, so it is definitely less than 200 reviews. It will be released after 2020, so those are there by default. Oh, Raven, Gray, what'd you say? What's wrong? Adolf kind of got caught in some grooming allegations. That's not good. Raven, your comments keep getting deleted. I saw those ones come through just fine.
At Fuchs Card Expo donated $2 to the war funds. Think there was a confusion. Someone was aliased.
Someone was aliased. Am I on live chat or top chat? I was on live chat. But for some reason, the multi-stream one isn't bringing through every message, so sorry if I missed it. Was that Crystalla that got rolled? Got thoughts on that game's? No, was not Crystalla. Crystalla is on my list of developer-submitted games, though. They did actually send me a copy, and it's been sitting in the backlog waiting for me to review it at some point. Adolf got kind of caught in some grooming allegations. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Did I miss that? Alistair, have you not played Etrian Odyssey 2 just like Atlas as a developer? Well, that's fair. Alistair, oh, once on the wheel with over 200 reviews for clarification. Yeah, no, that's perfect. I was joking with what I was saying, by the way. That's absolutely perfect. The whole point of doing the using the 500 points is you can submit whatever game you want, regardless of the number of reviews. That's totally fine. Apologies if that didn't come over. Then Raven, do you plan on playing the People of Note demo, by the way? Sorry if I asked this already. I don't have plans to specifically go out of my way to play it. If it comes up with the things that we're doing, then absolutely. I don't know if their demo is going to be part of Next Fest, because we're planning on doing a video specifically on Next Fest demos next weekend. So there's a chance. Oh, it's already out. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm not making any specific plans to jump in and play that particular game. If it happens to turn up on the list, then I will. But yeah, to be perfectly honest, I've got so much stuff on my backlog to try and get through that sometimes it's hard to go out of the way to play those extra ones. It's nothing against anyone or developers or specific things they send through. It's just there's only so many games that I can play, and I have to prioritize the stuff for the channel that we're getting through. Cool. All right, I think we're good. Gus, also, if we can suggest game demos, then maybe we have to retract your idea of a non-rhythm game that you're going to submit. Yeah, no, you can absolutely submit demos. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So, this one comes to us from Studio Lycanthrope. Same developer and publisher. It is the only game that they're putting onto, at least that they've got on Steam at the moment. They do have a YouTube linked, so we can mark that one off as well. We don't know much more about it. It's definitely had some updates. It was in Next Fest last year. It says it's similar to Realm of the Mad God Exalt. I'm going to disagree with that, so go ahead and mark off related games unrelated for sure. Remember, the Man God's not even a rhythm game, not even close. What do we also we have on here? We do have some accessibility features. Camera comfort. Okay, that counts. See, now people have started putting like custom volume controls and as an accessibility feature. Captions, I would say, is accessibility. Volume controls and stereo sound, I personally don't think that's accessibility. That's just a good settings menu. But camera comfort, I would definitely put as accessibility. We do have additional languages, but we don't have Swedish. What else do we have? We've got the YouTube. We don't seem to have a website. Game's definitely been updated. We have GIFs in the description. We have unique. We do not. This game is not unique. We've played it before. Good to know. Neo, my accessibility feature is changing the resolution so it's accessible to people with big monitors. That's so kind of you. Thank you, Neo. I appreciate that. Maple, I have a very rare disability that makes me unable to hear mono sound, only stereo. Yeah, that's true. The ability to disable stereo might be accessibility. Like, I was talking to someone like literally 2 days ago that had they were telling me they'd had a tumor on the side of their head somewhere that ended up pressing on particular parts internally inside their ear. So they lost all hearing on their left ear and could only hear out of their right ear. So you are kind of right, actually. Being able to turn off stereo sound to only have mono could indeed be considered accessibility. I don't know of any situations where having stereo sound is an accessibility thing, but certainly having mono sound could be. Yeah. Electron, they forgot to mention that it has graphics and text. That's good for deaf people. I'm so glad. I was expecting to get into this game and it would just be audio only. There needs to be some games like that. Like, give me an old school dungeon crawler, like mud style game, you know, like when it's text based RPG, but it's all just audio. Stereo can help with blind accessibility if you have a lot more audio options to help with that. All right, so maybe this is me not understanding enough in this space. And that's why I like having these conversations, because what can start out as a simple joke of, oh, why is that a thing, can actually have a reason behind it that we're just not aware of. So this is kind of fun because we get to talk about some things and educate ourselves while we're at it. And that's why I like having such a diverse range of people in this community as well. Something that we wouldn't blink twice at, it can actually be hugely important for some people. I need to learn to stop being so quick to judge. Fun fact, one of the accessibility options equals can be played with no image, and I'm not joking. I like people to go out of the way for that kind of stuff. Fuke is redeeming a free space. Yes, game has been updated, Maple, you're absolutely right. So everyone can go ahead and mark off redeem something. Fuke, which free space are you calling? What would you like to have? While you're doing that, I'm also going to start getting things. Actually, no, I won't get it downloaded because we might need to jump into the Wordle. Depending on what tile Fuke calls and if this is a bingo or not. Sky, also, if you're going deep into it, separate sound sliders can also be accessible, as you can boost dialogue audio, for example, and lower other sounds to help hear speech more or teammates in games, etc. Just realize to do that for your own hearing problems without realizing. That goes to show why that flexibility is important. Perfect. So they've asked for more than 20 achievements. Okay, so we can mark off achievements. And Fuke is leaving and not getting a bingo. Fuke, thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Enjoy the rest of your day, especially if you're going to go play some Friday Night Magic. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. All right. Yeah, no, I do the same thing, Sky. There are definitely times where sometimes it's just the audio balance in the game isn't where I want it by default. So it might be a case of like, oh, I want to turn up like the character voices and maybe the music because I really enjoy it when we're outside of cutscenes, but turn down certain sound effects and things like that. All right, I think that's everything that we want to get off this page. So let's get it downloading. I am going to put you over to the holding screen just for a sec. so that you can have a crack at the Wordle. Yes, there it is. Cool, it is working. Cool. Because the Wordle is a tile, and it doesn't feel right to skip it while we have a bingo in motion, a bingo chart in motion, because then there's just a tile that people can't get. So you guys get to have a moment. Try and see if you can get this one. Get yourself an extra bingo tile, and then we'll get into the actual game, shall we? Also, I have to remember that I can't see if you're submitting words or not. Gust is going for it. Cool. I feel better about that. Level 9 Druid, your smaller games have no sound sliders at all. Only one checkmark to disable all the sounds altogether. And I think this kind of stems like from my lack of game dev knowledge. How much more difficult is a slider for the different sound options to implement rather than just a text box for on/off? Because to me, in theory, it doesn't sound like it's going to be particularly more difficult. But I also know I'm not a game dev expert. More effort than a checkbox. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Frail and Parry. Two interesting first guesses. You got 2 letters in the right spot, though, so that's a good start. A handful of lines of code instead of 1. Sound sliders were hard to implement 10 and more years ago. Okay, so there's really no reason for a modern release from an experienced game dev to not have sound sliders. The only reason in that circumstance would be laziness. That's what it boils down to. And sometimes that is the answer. Sometimes it is just laziness, and they go, well, it's a simple game, it needs simple features. Doesn't need to be more complex. Ooh, speaking of complex, let's have a look at the file size for the Crystallium demo. It is 1.43 gigabytes. There we go. File size is more than a gig. You can mark that one off. Guy does things. Hey, how you doing? Anyways, you're doing some Love 2D setup for an engine, collisions, entity management, before trying 3DS Love 2D port. There's a bunch of words in there that I don't recognize, but what I took from that is that you are doing some engine work for something that allows you to put games on the 3DS. I hope. If I'm right on that, my job here is done. You're welcome. I can leave now. Level 90 drew another reason, Unreal Engine specific. If you're making games for Windows XP, you can't have sound sliders for some reason. Okay, let me ask you a question on that. Why would a game dev in the current year be making games for Windows XP? Hey, we got the Wordle. It was Marsh. Nicely done. Why would we be making games for Windows XP? Does anyone still have Windows XP? I thought that had been phased out of existence. I was like, why not? Who's still running Windows XP other than, you know, government institutions that haven't updated any of their hardware in the last 30 years? Must have missed us discussing crazy limitations. I must have. Absolutely. You can see some guy making their own engine, putting on XP. I think what would be hilarious is someone... Actually, I'm gonna flow through this train of thought, and you guys can tell me that someone's already doing it. I think it would be hilarious if someone is making games in the modern day that only run on Windows XP. Because I think there is an angle to take to go, okay, well, we're going to make it so it's backwards compatible on as many different operating systems as possible. But to then make a game and go, this will only ever run on Windows XP and no modern systems. Like, that's going to be something you're doing as a passion project, not because you want your game to be the most popular thing in the world. Gus, still have a Windows XP computer in the house, and your aunt has one where you play Zoomer sometimes. God, so retro. I love it. Mostly for the technical interest and for the retro gamers. That makes sense to me. That does. And yes, I did hear about the game engine to create real Nintendo 64 games. That, to me, feels slightly different, though, because that is for something which is a dedicated console. That is a piece of hardware that is frozen in time and cannot be enhanced or changed. The Nintendo 64 will always be the Nintendo 64, but a PC can be upgraded. Software can be reinstalled on it. It has internet access. That's, to me, like, consoles sit in a different bucket. Oh, that's just where I am. Fun fact, UK's COVID app initially ran on XL95. There was a bit where the UK thought there were no more COVID cases because XL95 hit its row limit of 65,000 people. Oh no! That is exactly why I was saying it's only going to be relevant to people working government-based office jobs that have not had any additional tech support funding in the last 20 to 30 years. Yeah, I definitely get there's a certain appeal for retro tech. It's an aesthetic that people that either grew up with it or have like rose-tinted glasses for it will always have strong feelings and associations towards. All right, let's jump into Crystallium and see what it's all about, shall we? We've got a rhythm game that was not suggested by Gust. This makes me interested about what it's all going to be about. Oh, there we go. We've got a developer logo and an engine logo, so we can mark off both of those. Splash screen at the start seems okay. Actually, that was one thing I didn't check. Hang on. Before we get into that. Okay, it's just moving when I click the thing. I want to check. Did they have an AI disclaimer? No. Okay. Okay, because I saw those backgrounds. I was like, it's giving AI vibes. But no, there's no AI disclaimer down there. So we either okay or they haven't put it in there. Could be either way on it.
Right, for a new adventurer like you, it must be best to get yourself warmed up first. Press here to start your training.
Well, fine.
You can select different trainings here and practice different skills.
But, okay, well, this is tutorial.
For some trainings, you can press this button to read the tips and tricks.
Okay.
Let's start with the basic tutorial. Press here to start. Ah, yes, straight into it with Thaddeus.
Oh, wow, we are right in. Oh, this is mouse controlled. Okay. All right, hang on. We've got health. That's done. Below is your keyboard. Yep, that is indeed a keyboard. Oh, what? Put into 3 sections, each corresponding to the part of the playfield like so. Put your fingers on D, F, and right fingers on J, K. Okay. When it reaches the bottom of the playfield, press a key within the right zone. Okay. That was a miss. Oh, it has to be right at the bottom. Gotcha. Oh, someone's called bingo. I saw it. We'll do it straight after this. Okay. Slide note. Press and hold. Cool. I like that it kind of slides across. I completely missed that. Go me. Okay. Goals to defeat the song's boss shown on the right. We'll check the bingo in just a second. Actually, can I pause? I can pause. Yay. Okay. Let's have a look. What the heck did I just miss there? Electron has called bingo, I believe. Let's go take a look. Okay, jump over, view cards. Definitely not Gust. Where are you? Electron. Okay, we can verify. Let's have a look. Do we indeed have a bingo? So we've called Chat wins Wordle. We did. Store page has gifts. Original music. This is original music, as far as I can tell. Separate sound sliders. Steam Deck Steam Deck compatible. Was it? Steam Deck compatibility says unknown. Can we give that? You're right. We didn't call the definite dialogue box, but there is a dialogue box for sure. That's okay. Yeah, you can definitely add things, even if I haven't explicitly called it out, as long as it comes up when we verify it. Okay, but we need to check this because it doesn't say outright here that we've got Steam Deck compatibility. Yeah, because it's not a full release yet. So is there anything in maybe the discussions about it? Steam Deck? No results found. Electron says they checked on their own Steam Deck. Oh, sorry. I read that you checked on your own I thought you were talking about the bingo tiles, Electron. You're talking about the checking on your Steam Deck. That is a plot twist. Okay. You know what? I'll allow it. I will absolutely allow it. Also, I love that this one is just the controls stink. Ugh. Okay. Let's go back. But yes, we will absolutely allow that. Okay, so we have separate sound sliders, we have Steam Deck compatible, and similar games were unrelated. And that means we've got a bingo. Well done. Okay, and the best part with all of that is because it was a 6x6, Electron, you are getting 2 points. Where am I? Over here. Electron. 2 points. Which means you actually get your way onto the leaderboard, knocking Solo Kissin right back off again. They just got there. Well, very sorry. You've been replaced, Solo. It's now Electron that's up here. Electron, I hope it's cool. I haven't got you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. We'll just call you Electron for simplicity. So what this means, Electron, is you got to stick around for subsequent streams now, because at the start of the next month, each of those bingo points is 1 entry into the prize draw. So the more points you get, the higher your odds of winning. It's never guaranteed, but you can get better odds. Robo, you might want to check ProtonDB for all games from now on for the Steam Deck thing. That might be a responsibility that I pass over to the mods. There's only so many things I can do at once. And we're a small, pretty tight-knit community. I absolutely would still trust all of you at this point in time. It's not like I've got 1,000 people in chat that are just trying to convince me to give away money. Which, if you guys were smart about it, you would absolutely be doing that. All right, let's get back into the game, shall we? Goals to defeat the song's boss shown on the right. Okay, so we wanted BF, yeah, JK. Cool, we're on the right stuff here. Hitting taps and holds would damage the boss. There are also other ways your team can lose health. Okay, well, let's not. So this is RPG combined with rhythm. Interesting. Grab your mouse and prepare to dodge. Okay, this is evil. Character makes contact with the... Okay, so you just have to dodge those? They can't do anything else. This is expecting me to use the mouse as well as keyboard buttons at the same time? Shape of the playfield can change. That's interesting. Should this happen, you should stay on the solid part of the playfield. So this is becoming an RPG, rhythm, bullet hell. There's a lot going on here. Okay. So when do I need to start pressing buttons again? Do I have to do both of those at the same thing? Like, I'm surprised they didn't just set it to like ASD. So that you could do all 3 lanes on the left hand and then mouse control on the right. That seems like it would make more sense. Yeah, how am I meant to use the left hand side and the right hand side of the keyboard and move the mouse at the same time? That's odd. Alright, here shows the information for the song you've just played and your rank. Here shows your score and judgment results. If you get 0 damage, the damageless badge will be shown here. Here shows your remaining health of the boss. When the boss's HP reaches 0, it shows the over-damaged score instead. Press here if you want to retry a song to get better results. After completing a song, you'll receive rewards based on your performance. Let's learn how to use the materials to upgrade your team member. I will say this is feeling very mobile game-esque to begin with in terms of the tutorial. Like, look, we've even got the big red icons to say click here. All right, team settings. You can edit your team and level up your team members. Press any key to continue. Drag any characters from the right here to change your team setup. Oh, I don't... You're giving me 6, and I have no idea what any of them do, so why would I? You can save and load different setups. Now try pressing on the character to check its details. Area shows the character's information. Color and symbol on the right represents the element. Oh, cool. This, I'm going to say, is not a good tutorial. Picking the right element is crucial as you can deal extra damage to your opponent if you have an advantage. Fire is strong against wind, wind against water. Water is strong against fire, light is strong against dark, but dark is strong against light. Here shows your combat power, attack, and health. Here shows your character skill. Upgrade your character, press here. See if you have enough materials. We obtained some shards from the tutorial. Click here to upgrade. Great. That was not a satisfying upgrade sound. Make sure to upgrade your team member before you go against an enemy. To increase your skill level, you need more materials to ascend. Ascend your characters, click here. For every 100 combo, deal 1000% damage to the opponent. Yeah, okay, that's cool, I guess, if I can get a 100 combo. As you can see, your skill will become much more powerful after ascend. However, that was also a typo. It should be ascending, not after ascend. However, that also means materials required increase the next time you do. Let's return to the main menu hub. Thank you, thank God. You can get materials for upgrade easily by playing songs in quick play. Okay, quick play. Each song is stored in different decks. Okay, I'm letting this go through, but I've got a lot of thoughts already. Here you can pick a different deck and check your record of the songs in the selected deck. Press here to select a deck. Press on the card to select a song. All the information you will need to know will be shown before the start of the battle. Sure. This is the enemy you're about to face. The higher difficulty the song is, the stronger the enemy is. You can hover here to see your team information. No, I can't because I'm in the tutorial. You can also click here to access the team settings menu easily. Obtainable items, best performance, difficulty of the song. Do I need to know all this before starting a level? Really? Stay on Crescent. Bloodlust difficulty, you need to get an A rank in Astral to unlock it. If you see this warning sign, make sure to upgrade your team before challenging the song. Otherwise, battle prove an arduous one. If you insist on attempting, not insist to attempt the difficulty regardless, you may enable casual mode here to practice the song. Score will not be saved when your team dies and you receive less rewards. Mirror mode flips the charts horizontally. That's a cool idea. Mirror mode's fun. Okay. Alistair, checking out for 20 minutes. See you soon. No worries, Alistair. We'll see you for the next game, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not going to remember any of this. You're right, Daniel. Super Tony, welcome. Yes, this game definitely seems like something. Okay, let's stick with the easier difficulty. Practice more before you move on to the harder ones. Change the settings. Click. Oh, after preparation, click on the card to start the battle. Select another song. Click. Okay. Lastly, press here to... Why do I need to do this right now? Come on, let me do something. Check your records. Click here to change your name. Oh, but don't let me do it right now. Can't do that right now. You can also press here to change your profile picture. Change your character. Click here. Check your best 30 scores. Better check your 30 scores. Once you finish, press here to exit. That's all for the tutorial. Oh. Devs, if you end up watching this through some sheer miracle or because someone in my community sends this to you, fix your damn tutorial. That's awful. And not awful in that it doesn't explain anything, it's awful in that it explains everything at a point where I don't need to know everything. That would count as Grail loses it, yes. That actually made me a little bit mad. Devs, are you trying to make a mobile game? Because that's basically what you've done. Okay, let's back up a sec. Started out strong with going straight into tutorial. Great. Get into the gameplay quickly, show people what your game is about. Can backfire because people might bounce off it faster, but at least they will know what they're getting in for, and the people who are enjoying the gameplay will stay for longer. Your tutorial then talked me through every other aspect of the game, including things that make no sense to what I need right now. Break it up. You could have a longer tutorial that guides the player through a few additional levels, or make additional pieces of the tutorial trigger after they hit certain milestones in their gameplay. I don't need to know about a leaderboard when the only thing I've done is the tutorial. I don't need to know that. I also don't need to know how to upgrade my allies before going into the first non-tutorial level. Tell me how to do that after I've beaten at least one normal level, or heck, maybe a couple, when it starts getting to the point where I can see that the bosses are taking longer to defeat, and I go, oh, maybe there's a way for me to get stronger. I don't need to know that right now. I don't. Do I need to know about the different difficulty levels of songs right now, when I've not even done an easy mode song? No, I don't. Like, there's no way that we can remember all of that after doing 1 or 2 levels. This is going to turn away so many players from your game because you are info dumping on them. The only thing that would be worse than what you've done is a text dump that just explains everything all at once. But what you've done is basically take that text dump and break it apart step by step with no consideration for what the player needs at this point in time to play and enjoy your game. I have just started your game. I do not need to understand every single mechanic right away. Introduce them gradually so that you have an increasing difficulty curve. Okay. Rant over. Yeah, those last ones were definitely intentional. A text dump that explains everything all at once. Hey, that's what Kingdom Come Deliverance does. Oh, that's a shame because I'm looking forward to playing that game someday. All right. Gus, you can change your keybinds in the settings. Should probably do that so it's more comfortable to play with both hands. Not like easy charts really require you to use both. Good lord. Electro, I'm going to head to bed. It's getting late. No worries. Have yourself a good sleep. So you know, we stream every Saturday, so hopefully I'll see you again next weekend. We will be doing a stream same time tomorrow, but that will be for our playthrough of In Stars of Time, so very different content to what we're doing in today's stream. So thank you for stopping by, have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you again, mate. Alright, let's see. I'm already like, alright, what do I do now? We do quick play. Let's have a look. No, we should do settings. We should do settings first. Okay, settings, decent, good resolution options. Love to see that. Full screen is actually off by default, which is bizarre. And there's no windowed. VSync is on, frame rate was 60 FPS like that. What else do we need? Good amount of audio ones. Visual delay, latency helper. Okay, I'm glad that that's been included. That's a good attribute to have. Okay, what are our options here? Compact, full size, custom. I'm tempted just to stick with the standard controls and see what happens. I would want the space bar to be the center zone though. That makes more sense to my brain. Curious to see how this... Oh, cool. Got it. Oh, you know what we're going to need to do. Hang on. I did see this has a shop. You know, keep in mind, this game is a demo. Okay, all of these use in-game currency. Okay, that's fine. It's a crafting system as well. Didn't explain that in the tutorial dump of everything now, did you? Okay, I was worried that there was going to be some in-app purchases there, but no, there's not. Okay. Lukey Luke, remember seeing this game on Steam randomly. Definitely some interesting character designs. You can see what audience they're going for. Oh, yeah. They know their target audience with the character designs. I've got no problems with that. I mean, just look at the pose of that character. You know exactly who they're targeting. Also, why are the additional levels... Why does the difficulty go up on the left instead of on the right? Odd, but okay. Alright, Before the Storm. people have been playing. Let's go. Okay. I want to be on DFJK. DFJK. And then at some point, I need to move myself. Okay. Oh, apparently I'm missing those because my score's going down the bottom. Why is the music so quiet by comparison? Well, this is a real minute, but I'm should be okay with that because let's be real. Every other time I've wanted a challenge on a game like this, I have screwed it up royally. So I probably shouldn't complain. And I just know now already when we make the VOD for this later, it's going to be 90% me just bragging on the tutorial, 5 minutes of gameplay, and then nothing else. Okay. I might need to bump up the music for all of you. Very quiet. Okay, let me bump that up here because I had turned it down because initially it was too loud. Now, is this going to give a timer or is it going to... Oh, no, it goes straight back in. Oh, now we're doing dodging mode. Got it. Oh, I meant to press buttons on that. Okay, yeah. As far as control schemes go, this is awful. Why are things flashing? I don't know. All right, we're going back into actual gameplay. Yep. I appreciate that at least in the first level, they've introduced like a mix of mechanics with holds and presses at the same time. Okay. I just can't wait for them to throw in both of those mechanics at once and for it to make absolutely no sense. Yeah, honestly, there's some interesting ideas at play here. I kind of like the mix of RPG mechanics, like a boss fight in song form. We played a game a while back that did something similar to that. Oh, cold. No, can't remember it off the top of my head. It was a... God, it was an RPG that was like Nordic inspired. Around like Viking mythology, and it used rhythm game mechanics for fights. It did a really good job of that. But what this game's doing that's not particularly good, two things that come to mind. Number one, I have no context as to why we're fighting these enemies. I was expecting, given that it has RPG mechanics, there would be a story mode somewhere. Maybe there is. And maybe it's not quick play. There's quests. No, these are just daily quests that are click on the thing and claim some items. No idea what those are, but I've got them now. Yeah, there's no story mode. With these characters and the, like, art design of them, like, surely they're planning on doing a story mode at some point in the future, right? They must be, and it's just not available in the demo. If they're not planning on doing a story, that's a huge missed opportunity to actually create some context around everything. But I think the biggest flaw is just the control scheme. That makes no sense. To have to continually switch from two hands on the keyboard to one hand on the keyboard, one hand on the mouse is incredibly uncomfortable. And the idea of splitting the keyboard into zones based on like left, center, and right is interesting, but in reality, I need to know where my hand is in order to press the right button. It's not like I can feel a difference between where things are on the keyboard. I would still need to make sure that my hand is in roughly the right place in order to press the right buttons. So it would make more sense to have the left hand be the 3 buttons. So for example, A, S, D for left, middle, and right lanes, and then have the right hand free to move left to right, and yeah, do it almost as like a faux bullet hell style thing where you try to play a rhythm game and also dodge incoming things at the same time. That to me feels like it would be mechanically far more enjoyable and easier to understand than whatever the current system is. All right, let's do a different song on a slightly higher difficulty. I think that volume level should be all right. I reckon if I try and do Lunar, it's going to say no, right? Because we haven't... Okay, let's level up the guys. And go, what do you do? Which is 0... Oh, it's a one-off revive. That sounds useful. There you go. Have some points. We'll level you up to 10. Level you up to 10. And we'll level you up to 10. Will that make me strong enough? Maybe. My team composition is still 8,035. I didn't get any stronger by doing that. What? What's the point in this then? There we go. Cool. Well, you're maxed out now. That's as high as you're going to go. We've used up all the shards. Good job. Yep. Still same level. That doesn't look right. Solo, do you feel like rhythm gamers just kind of have a different idea of mechanical interest and progress? For instance, I tried to get into Vivid/Stasis a while back, but the sheer grind just to unlock further story progress is crazy. I think you're right that they're mostly going to be focusing on the mechanics rather than the story. I think the story is going to appeal more to the casual players. But then it also begs the question of, does the presentation and the target audience align and make sense? If you're going to have such detailed RPG mechanics behind the scenes, does it make sense for your target audience, or are they just more interested in the mechanics of it all? In which case, they should rethink their approach. Yeah. All right, let's try this on Luna so I can get my butt handed to me. Let's go. This is going to be awful, and I apologize in advance. Our character is Adolf. Adolf Bittler. Why does that have Undertale vibes? Okay, and then we're back into this. Oh, cool. Yeah, they are layering these things. Okay, I appreciate that. Stop it. Ah. Okay, this showcases a bit more of the potential of the game. I still feel like I should be able to shoot things, but that's fine. Oh, clips that. Okay, back into the music aspect. Oh, move. Okay, so like, how am I supposed to do that? I just have to randomly press where I think it needs to go on the keyboard. Okay. What am I actually meant to go left and right there? No, surely not. Because that's a mechanic they didn't explain at any point. And my score seems to go up as long as I hold it down. I think it's just visual. Okay, and we're back into this nonsense. Okay, we're surviving. So far. Can't wait to see what that looks like on maximum difficulty. So there's some that actually overlap multiple regions, which makes it a little bit more forgiving. Okay. I missed that. I got that one. Yay. Well, I survived. We'll take that. Yeah, I agree, Lukey. The game feels like it would make more sense with a slider. Remember you played a rhythm game that had a setup like this, but using the keyboard keys is nuts to have to slide from key to key. It feels like it either needs to go all in on just the keyboard and have more buttons, like something like Les did, or it needs to pick a lane with doing left-hand key, right-hand mouse, or go all in on the mouse. Yeah. Understand not having a peripheral, but maybe just design your game not to need one in the first place. Yeah, this is in a weird space for me. There's a couple of things that it's doing that I kind of like, but a few things that just don't intrinsically make sense. Like, visually, those moving sections in the middle look cool. Was I supposed to be doing anything with that? I don't know. Practice hand switching between mouse and keyboard while avoiding and hitting notes at the same time. That just doesn't sound enjoyable to me. Practice hitting notes while avoiding bullets and voids. Practice hitting notes and slides that overlap and move across different zones. Okay, yes, let's see this tutorial. What was I supposed to be doing there? Okay. Oh, no, you're not going to tell me. It's just going to throw me straight in. Okay, I didn't go far enough to the side there. Yeah, see, I just hold it down and that seems to be fine. But I'm like, am I meant to be pressing all 3 zones? I don't know. Oh god, that's so awkward. Yeah, I'm not getting enough feedback to know if I'm actually doing it right or not. I'm guessing you are meant to kind of track across. Like, how was it supposed to hit that? And why does it keep saying crit even though I'm still holding it down? Yeah, Sadly, the game only had enough budget to tell you everything at the start. I know, it's a shame. If only there was a tutorial that actually told us how to do these things. Game seems overly busy. I agree, Delta. I think it's meant to be either one of the zones so long as it overlaps. FYI, none of the other tutorials have dialogue for some reason. Yeah, we found that one out the hard way. It was just the first one that has it. Because, yeah, that tutorial was just, here's the thing you can practice, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Or what's different about it. Just kind of disappointing. Huh. What do I want to say about this game? Yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark. I think we've seen everything we can for this game. I don't think there's too much more that we can look at or that would be worth looking at this point in time. So, I'm going to get the vote rolling. Start a poll. There we go. That one's working properly this time. Perfect. Some final thoughts. I think there are some interesting ideas here. And I think the art direction is probably on point for the audience that they're targeting. So I think they've nailed that from an aesthetic point of view. I think there's a lot of confusion about what kind of game it's trying to be. And I think it's trying to be too many things at once. Hopefully they're listening to feedback from their audience. Just spilled my tea, go me. Because the overwhelming feedback seems to be the controls are silly and don't make sense. Gust, really like the idea of the game, but really dislike the gameplay. At least they have my goat good tech. Yeah, I think they need to rethink their control scheme, because from a gameplay perspective, they've got some interesting ideas. Like, the actual mechanics of the rhythm game aspect seem to work quite well. I didn't have any problems with the rhythm timing of it or the way it was visually displayed to me. Maybe like the hit bar is a little too far down the screen and there was a bit of confusion for me. Like, it seems to be in line with the character as where you need to hit it. But yeah, I think it's just the controls that were throwing me off with it and the way the tutorial was presented. It seems like they've set up enough with this game that they can do some interesting mechanical things between dodging with the player on the field and the rhythm components of it, but the current control scheme is at odds with what they're trying to do. So, big shame. Big shame. Interesting ideas, and I think it's kind of cool to be able to analyze it from that aspect of what they're trying to do, what's working, what's not working. But I think ultimately what's here is not working. That doesn't mean it can't be fixed. All right, vote was in. We've decided we're going to be moving on to a new game. It was overwhelming. But I want to check first. Hang on. Let's go back here. Crystallium. No reviews down there, but there was plenty in the discussions. You can't review it because it's not even out yet. Oh, someone's actually asking what's going to happen now an hour ago. So people are still actively talking about the game, although it looks like most of it was September, October last year. This game is diabolical. I am most likely very much not your target audience, as I've not played rhythm games like this before. So this will be a piece of feedback from someone who came in completely blind. Hello. Hello, fellow soul. Controls. Very interesting choice to include having to swap between keyboard and mouse as both as a core mechanic. I commend you if you can actually pull it off, but I feel like it's generally not something that should be done in a timing critical setting. I agree wholeheartedly. It's like playing Guitar Hero and then partway through being told, all right, now use the drum kit. Like, you need to use both. I mean, like, you look at the GIF here of them moving forward and back, and this initially gives me the impression that it's meant to be triggered by the position of your character, which either you do that or you go all in on the keyboard controls. You can't do half of both. You're going to get no audience for that. Yeah, you either have to cater towards the audience that wants to play a rhythm game using their keyboard, or the audience that wants to play a rhythm game using their mouse. Or you might be the first to do a hybrid between the two of it, but you got to split it 50-50. You can't have both. That seems to be the overwhelming response here. All right, let's move on and see what we're playing next, shall we? Crystallium is done. Put our 6x6 back on here. Game number 3 for today. Let's have a look. Logstar, the keyboard to mouse thing gets me thinking IIDX when you have to go keys to scratch. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all. Okay, 6x6, so we're on the same size as before. I'm just going to make sure that we scramble and clear all the cards. There we go. So we stay on the 6x6, and we're playing Drillbird. Let's see who recommended this game, shall we? Drillbird comes to us from Phenomist, or Phenomist, in January this year as well. Another recent suggestion. Goes to show, you never know when the games are going to turn up. Ooh, okay. Right, first things first, pixel art. Yeah, Phenomist. Hopefully we can play something less miserable. I think Phenomist generally has some pretty good suggestions on here, so hopefully we'll get something good out of this. What I missed there. To be fair, there's many rhythm games that use both Osu or similar mechanics. Forgot that one mobile game. Yeah, it's saying I think you can get both, but not 100% of both. You need to have a balance between the two. It's part of your puzzle hunting team. Ah, that's cute. Phenomist has been around the community for a while. All right, let's have a look at what we got. Drillbird is a cozy yet tense digging platformer where every trip underground counts. Play as a bird fallen from the sky in search of powerful ores to hatch your egg, because we know nothing hatches eggs faster than just covering them in dirt and minerals. Get home before night falls, upgrade abilities, grow stronger, and unfold a sincere bird story about survival, care, and purpose. This is giving me Motherlode vibes. I don't know if that's a game that any of you recognize. Motherlode was an old Flash game, which was basically about digging down into the earth to find minerals to then bring back up before you die. It was a game for those with 3 hands. Such a niche audience. Let's have a look at the trailer, shall we? Oh, sad bird. Ooh. Very melancholy music. I dig it. All right. We definitely have currency. Kickstart for sure. We've got a jump. Confirmed. There are enemies. I'm going to go ahead and give non-conventional weaponry. Yep. Definitely non-conventional weaponry. Okay. The gems sparkle and the egg grows bigger. Interesting platforming going on there. Okay, yes, there is definitely health in the top left. We have an inventory because I could see a weight limit in the top right. It said 20 out of 20. Oh, run away. Okay. It was Motherlode. What did I call it? It is yeah, it is Motherlode but burp. Yeah. Okay. I'm here for this. I think we can get a soundtrack that slaps for sure. Spelunky Ghost. Current review is very positive, and it's actually at 242 now, so we don't get less than 200 reviews. This would have had less than 200 when it was submitted because it's been out since 10th of November 2025. So we do get released after 2020. We do get very positive. Looks like it is the same developer and publisher. Sebastian Larsen is listed on both, with Perfect Random as the publisher. Oh, it also did Sulfur. I saw this when it came out. That looked really interesting. I do want to try Sulfur at some point. It's the only 2 games from this publisher. Is it the same developer, though? Sebastian has only done Drillbird. Okay. So they're listed on both. We'll give it. But Sebastian has only made 1 game. So we do get that. Is it procedural generation? I don't know. I've also not seen Phenomist in the chat. So I don't think we've got Suggester in chat, unless I missed them earlier. Just scrolling up. I don't see a message from them. Phenomist, are you here? Please. We need you. Okay, we have it wishlisted by 3 friends, so we get that one. It does have controller support, and they recommend playing it with a controller as well. Fen isn't even in the Graeldon server anymore. Oh, what a traitor. We do have additional languages, and we have Swedish. We have Swedish language support. Steam Deck compatible. It has been verified. Awesome. We don't have more than 20 achievements, though, so we don't get that one. Update history. Yes, it has been patched, so it has been updated. We don't have a developer website or a developer YouTube. We do have a GIF in the description. Do we have unique? We do not have unique. It could be a different Fen. Okay, I think that's everything that we need to get from here. Don't see anything about trading cards. Game is not more than $10. Okay, I think that's all we're going to get. So I'm going to get this purchased. I'm not going to do the demo. I can already tell this game deserves some money. So here's the holding screen for you. Have a crack at the Wordle. I'll get this downloaded and we'll check the file size. And then you can let me know if I missed something. All right. Yeah. We're doing well that this is the first game I've actually had to purchase for this stream. Oh, Delta, your cards are dud. I'm sorry. Sometimes Lady Luck is not kind. And sometimes there's a war happening between Lady Luck and Iron Jesus. Yeah, the game looks adorable. It's got the kind of vibes that I'm here for. The gameplay looks solid. It's just going to be, I think, a question of how well all the components work together from a mechanical standpoint. Carter, whoa, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions about anything that's going on, please let me know. But otherwise, just thank you very much for the follow. We're about to get into the next game. I can't actually tell if people are submitting words. Hopefully they are. Yeah, Alistair's putting in spine. Don't know why it's not working. Sometimes it might get submitted when it is doing the reset phase, so just try it again. It should go through. Catawol, thank you. Hi. I've been a YouTube video for a while. Didn't know you streamed on Twitch. In all fairness, I've been streaming on Twitch for less than a year. We'll be coming up to a year in a couple of months' time. Been streaming on YouTube for much, much longer, for a few years on that platform, but only started on Twitch recently because I realized that through Streamlabs we can dual stream, so why not? Also, I am waiting to see if I end up getting an email or notification from Twitch, because apparently they are cracking down on people that stream with combined chat. Which is wild. Apparently they did actually reach out to some larger YouTubers. I think I saw it with Giguk, who's an anime reviewer with 3 million subs or something over on YouTube. They got contacted by Twitch and told, please don't combine YouTube and Twitch chat into a single chat feed on stream. I'm doing it anyway. Sky, it is literally explicitly mentioned in the TOS, to be fair. I saw some conversation around this. I'm gonna wait and just see what they say, because yeah, it seems to be as long as you can tell which are from Twitch and which are from YouTube, that's what matters. The other point that I think was contended that I think is absolutely stupid is Twitch's reasoning is that they don't have any moderation control over chat that comes from YouTube that is shown on Twitch. Sure, all right, understand that. Here's the problem. You don't solve that by splitting the chat into two different things that are still displayed on screen, because you still have the YouTube chat unmoderated on your screen on Twitch. It's still there on both. It is a really dumb point. That is a weird hill to die on. Hey, we got it for you. Nicely done. All right, that's Wordle completed. Go ahead and mark off that tile. Jump back over to here. Actually, while we can for a second. Panda, she's adorable. And we got to follow, so Panda gets a treat. Okay. That's my finger. Don't eat my finger. I don't know what's up with her. She can clearly see the treat. She's like, oh, fingy. I'm going to numb the fingy. It's good. I like fingy. Super Tony Tiger, did you see Demon Tides came out? Looks awesome. Yes! I've been keeping my eye on that one. I don't know when I'm going to get time to play it, but I've heard really, really good things about it. Sky, I guess it's like they don't want to claim ownership of those messages. Totally understand that. Make the hill that you die on then, ensuring that the streamers clearly display what source the comments have come from. That does the job as well, doesn't it? Splitting it is such an arbitrary distinction that it's entirely pointless. Maple, good call. Catawol is technically a new person in chat, and we have a bingo tile for that. Catawol, I'm going to give you a brief rundown of what the heck's going on here. We're playing games randomly submitted, well, not randomly submitted, randomly selected from a list of games submitted by the community that have 200 reviews or less. We play bingo at the same time. If you want to join in, there's a link in the description. You can see the list on the top right of the screen, which are all the tiles that have been called so far. So far, no one has a bingo on this one yet. If you do win the bingo, you earn points, which are basically entries into a prize draw, which we do at the start of each month. We have a chance to win some Steam gift cards. There is no reason not to play along because you'll have a chance of getting some free stuff, and that's always good. Maple, God, if this was randomly submitted games, it'd be even more miserable. To be fair, that was the initial idea that we had. The initial idea we had for the streams was, hey, let's do randomly submitted games. Like, we'll just spin a wheel and play something at random from Steam. And then we realized that was probably a terrible idea. And if our goal is to support indie devs, then the best way to do that is to actually have a curated list from people that have already discovered some of them and want them to get more support. So that's why we've ended up where we are. Alistair, have you heard of Super Lesbian Animal RPG, one of the best indie RPGs of the 2020s and maybe the entire 2000s? Weirdly enough, yes, I have heard of it. I don't know anything about it, but I have heard of it. I don't know why it's considered to be so good, but apparently it is. All right, let's see. Oh, Solo is redeeming a free space. The game has launched in debug mode. Okay, we're here. Good timing. Solo, which space are you redeeming? Redeeming more than 20 achievements. Why is the music primarily on the right-hand side? There's barely anything happening over on the left. That's weird. You need to play it because of the lesbians. Fair enough.
Wall joined the crusade.
Wall, thank you so much for the sub. You're an absolute legend, mate. Appreciate that to heck and back. Welcome to the crusade, my friend. If you've joined as a member, make sure to jump over to the Discord and link your membership there. There is a dedicated channel there for submitting games for these streams. So get in on it now that you're a member. Solo, are you also redeeming bingo or no? We did say same developer and publisher. We did. Does your stream setup remove spatial audio? Come through the same on both sides. I think it probably does. I don't think I've got control over that. Solo thinks they got a bingo. All right, let's jump over and have a look. Solo Kissin, there you are. Are we getting back onto the leaderboard with this one? Let's find out. Solo Kissin has code. Same developer and publisher. Yes. More than 20 achievements was the free space they redeemed. Soundtrack slaps. Absolutely it does. Additional languages, jump, and chat wins Wordle. Oh, you got in with the Wordle. Hell yeah. That is indeed a bingo, and that was another 6x6. So that is another 2 points. This time going to Solo Kissin. That's going to jump you up from 1 point back up to 3. And unfortunately, Electron gets kicked back off the board. They just got on there today, but Electron, goodbye. Gus, you're in a precarious position at the bottom of the list there. Got to be careful. Solo Kissin with 3 points. Boom. There we go. Okay, what did we miss there? Removes the idea for a game to submit. Let me double check real quick if there is anything I can do with the audio on here. Going through there, sync offset, audio monitoring. Yeah, if it's being converted just to stereo instead of spatial, that doesn't appear. Oh, actually, maybe it is in there. Global settings, mono, stereo, 2.1, 4, 4.1, 5.1, 7.1. Doesn't quite do what we'd want it to do. But I think 7.1 would give that kind of effect, but that might also be weird for people trying to listen in regular stereo. So not gonna mess with that right now. But 7.1 would. Yeah, unfortunately I have to restart the stream to do that, so maybe have a look at it for next time. Didn't even realize that setting was there. Alright, let's have a look. What did we have in the options? Full screen on and off. Audio options, sliders. Thank you, good dev. Good dev, you can have a treat. Controller vibration, toggle timer. Cool. Select languages. Beautiful. Yep, good. Swedish is actually in there. Okay, and then credits. Let's see how many people were involved. Thank you for playing Drillbit. I know, I'm so good. I beat the game already. Look at me go. Okay, so Sebastian, who is the main credit that we saw, did the design, the code, and the art. Andrea did extra art. Hampus with sound design, music. Okay, so there's a small team that worked on this one. Noise. I've not seen that before. Game logo and noise acting. I love it. Okay. Can we can't actually skip out of this. We have to scroll through it. Also, I used this one tutorial to set up the sound system, how I do sound effects in Godot by RMS. I love that they linked that. So if someone else gets inspired by this kind of game, they can actually learn from it. But noise acting is what should have been in the credits for Hollow Knight, with the number of bugs that were just... Alright, new game. Let's go. 30 minutes on the clock. Have we got something special here? There's the noise acting. What you don't know is they've got an actual beatboxer in to do those sound effects. Hello. I'm a little drill bird. Look at me go. I can fly. I can not drill through that, apparently. Woo. Okay, there's been 0 tutorial, but we're learning a couple of things through trial and error, because currently there's really only 2 buttons to do anything. A to jump and B to drill. That is it. Okay, and this is now showing us, can we drill upwards? We can. So we're learning by doing, and I am here for that. This one is also going to teach you that you can jump multiple times. So it does a couple of things in quick succession. It shows you what you can and can't drill through the color coding. Ah, and a button prompt comes up if you stay there too long. Here's my one little bit of feedback. Why do the little wingy arms not flap? There's little wings there. They should be doing little flaps, even if they look like they would be useless. They should be doing little flappy flaps. I appreciate that at least like the head bounces up and down like Flappy Bird style. Okay, no secrets up there. Heavy. Yeah, I'll say. Ooh. And when you're heavy, it limits the number of jumps you can do. Can I latch into that? I cannot. So how am I meant to get through here? Ores are valuable but heavy. Press that to drop ores and become light. Ah. There is a little puzzle element in here as well then, because I can pick that up and then keep going this way. Okay. So you have to be careful about actually making a path for yourself. No, don't throw down there. Come back. Stay up here. Yeah. Okay, when something's cracked, it breaks the whole thing in one go. That's really clever visual design. Makes it very clear straight away how things work. We're going up. They put an extra thing up there. I want it. Give it. Yeah. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Have I got it? Of course. Is my inventory full? Of course. Didn't need it, but I got it. Oh, yep. Perfect spot to build a nest. Don't know where I got all that grass or twigs from. Oh no! It's egg time! Cute. I'm gonna bump the sound up a little bit for you guys because it does seem a bit low. Okay. Feed the egg. +2s. Well, that didn't seem to do anything. What if I give you this one as well? Feed. Okay. There's something there, but I don't get in there that way. What about up here? Okay, there is a ceiling. Okay, you can hold button to end the day. Well, I don't want to. Okay. So we have to make sure that we're careful about, like, building a staircase back out again. I'm guessing this resets at the end of each day as well. How does an egg eat? No, it just absorbs nutrients. Okay, it is getting dark. Low on fuel, go home to... Okay, yeah, this is motherload. Feed. Okay. Hold up to end day. And we have a little nap on top of the egg. Oh, he's so squishy. Look at him. He's just a squishy little guy. All right, so we can upgrade things at the end of each day as well using the XP that we get. Okay, inventory, carry heavy loads, fuel, drill more before darkness descends, health, take more hits, and drill power to okay, we're doing inventory first. I think that's going to be useful, and we'll go for a bit of drill power. All right, we are slowly evolving. I'm going to be bigger, better, stronger, faster. All of those things. Okay, so how do I get... Ah, if I break that, that falls down. Oh, those are spikes. Good to know. Cool. Let's do our best not to die. So you fall... Ah, so if I want to get that... Okay, so yeah, there's puzzle elements within this. I don't even want to try killing you. So I'm willing to bet I cannot. Alright. We can grab that one as well. This is just adorable and I'm here for it. Feed. There you go, buddy. Have all of those. Oh god, so my fuel is like fuel. It's actually running out pretty quickly. So you have to be careful about what you choose to dig. Ah, hang on. I can kill this guy with these things. There you go. Gotcha. Ooh. Yes. That's got to be worth a lot, right? 15. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Do I have enough energy to get this one as well? I do. Just. 1, 2, 3. That egg's gotten bigger already. Alright, it's nap time. We had a big day. Oh, what was there? Have you seen what Nintendo did now? No. What have they done now? Alistair, I think, especially for smaller games like this, we should have the game name visible at all times. That's a good idea. Actually, I think the easiest way to do this would be for the person who's looking after the bingo tiles to actually add it to the top of the bingo list. I agree there's space for it elsewhere, but I'm just trying to think about the easiest way to manage it. The game name would be visible over on Twitch because I know Sky is always on top of making sure that the current game being played is updated. Yeah, so you can grab it from there. We're always trying to think about the best way to keep it smooth. Oh, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green released, yeah. $30, that's insane. Base cringe, they tore down our houses, burned down crops and poisoned our water supplies. Not again. How do we keep letting them get away with this? Yeah, I saw Fire Red Leaf Green had been re-released for the Nintendo Switch, and they basically didn't change anything at all about the game, did they? Typical Nintendo. Here, pay more for a product that you've already had. Okay, we'll upgrade that, and sure, a bit more fuel. Good morning! It's time to go. We gotta find some gemstones. It's up this way. Take that. Ah, and then we throw it away so that we can get up here. There we go. You know what? I don't think I actually needed to drill through that, but I've done it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be randomly generated. It seems like there is actually proper level design going on here. So otherwise, things like the trap for the enemies wouldn't have worked, right? So there's some intentional level design. All right, we'll come down here and get this one. Ah, they actually put some in the spike blocks. I wonder how that's gonna work. Can't wait to see speedruns of a game like this. Okay, we can jump away over there. Buy that. Nope, okay, you do follow. Right. And he drops on the spikes and he's dead and I get a point. Cool. Bonus experience. Thing hiding up there. So let's see what happens when we drill through one of these, huh? Also, how much extra fuel do I have? That's a whole extra tank. Ah, you can destroy them. That's neat. I like that. Okay. That makes some of these things a little bit more worthwhile. Go down there. I don't actually think I want to be on that side. Or over this way. It's such a long way to go down, though. I have to use so much fuel. I think I should find an easier path. If I fall down there, I'm not getting back up again either. Let's go this way to start with. Then I can come across here and grab that one. Oh, pfft. After all that, you're going to tell me my inventory's full? I mean, to be fair, if I'd actually looked in the top right where it says 20 out of 20, I would have known that. But I'm a big idiot. Whoop. He's getting bigger. He's gonna be a big boy when he grows up. After eating all these space rocks. How do I ensure I've got a path back up? Oh. Okay. That changes things. Oh god, yes, it is getting dark. I think we need to go. There is a day-night cycle in addition to running out of fuel. Maybe? No, I think it's all just fuel-based. Okay. Strack, welcome, how you doing? Raven had to leave because instead of giving us pies, the grocery guys gave us an extra 3-liter bottle of milk. We have 6 liters of milk. That's insane. What are you going to do with all that? I love it when grocery stores give you stupid substitutions that make no sense whatsoever. Let's go for more fuel. I think that makes sense. Gus Game, how dare you not let Grail be stupid and carry more than he can? Yeah, let me be, like, let me pick up more than I should be able to, but make me have one less jump as a result. Like, you can be overburdened. You just can't carry anymore. So if we get rid of this, he's then going to go for a walk straight into the spikes, right? Yeah, classic Koopa Troopa style. We can drop down here, get those. Very good. So, what's over this way then? How am I going to deal with you? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make a path for you to go straight down here and into some spikes. How does that sound? You like that? Come on. Down you go. Man, my little guy's evil. Just plotting the death of everything. Okay. Can reach over there. Get rid of those. More gems. I should not have done that, because now I can't get out of there. Need to break this first. There we go. Okay. Now we can get out of that. There's more up there. I need all of the shinies. Murder is a fair price for hatching an egg. That's a tricky conversation, my friend. Ooh. Okay. We are too heavy. Cannot carry anything else. What is the best way out? It is this little staircase. And we still have so much fuel. What a great day to be a drill bird. Yeah. Hang on, how big do we get? Oh, it's a big egg. It looks like this is a relatively short game as well. It's like the number of upgrades are fairly limited. We are going to just get rid of that so he can go and just enjoy some spikes. I think this gets us... Yep, back up to there. So we've got a nice safe way out from at least that bit. We will go down here, grab that as well. You are also going to need to come for a short walk into some spikes. Yeah, here you go, bud. Look, I made a path just for you. Isn't it wonderful? Where could it lead? Oh, I'm sorry. I swear I didn't see those there. What an unfortunate accident. Who could have seen it coming? Alright, let's do a bit of that. Oh, but I can't get to there now. Okay, being able to dual up and down only gives you so much flexibility. No, that's fine. We don't need it anyway. We want to go this way. Nice, nice. Oh! It's a trap! How can I get that? How do I not die? I would have to move very quickly. Is it worth the risk? No. My inventory is basically full. It is not worth the risk. That's a long way to drill down for not a lot of stuff either. Let's go this way. Okay, I need to break at least one of those. Ow! Okay, don't touch. Okay, go walk that way. Nah, don't have enough time. Thought I'd risk it for the biscuit. Turns out, biscuit was dry and not worth it. So we'll go this way instead. Wait for them to walk across. Oh no! Oh, what a shame. What a horrid existence. Alright, we need to get out of here. I think energy drains slowly over time as well. Excuse me. I would like to climb. Yes. Up. Perfect. Eat, little egg. Wonderful. We'll end the day there. Couldn't you drop sand on them? Could have, but I didn't. Is this Minecraft scaling 1 meter by 1 meter blocks? Might not be just such a short hike. It's fairly short. It's fine. We've got a ton of XP. Go for heavier loads. What do we want? We're not really getting hit too much. Not yet. What's the bet there's a boss fight at the bottom? I think we need more drill power for sure. Alright, and I'm going to keep that extra XP. I don't need the health just yet. Day 5. Let's go. This game is adorable. And I am here for it. Especially because it's a short experience. Alright, let's see what happens if I do this. I probably just need to run very quickly. Yeah. Piece of cake. I like that you can see these little secret areas over to the side. There are a few hidden things to discover. Alright, grab those. Can we break through this now? We can. Excellent. Big gems for us. How to deal with you. You're just going to fall straight on my head, and that's kind of rude. Can I make progress by going this way? Not really, eh? What's going to happen here? I think we break that. Then we break that. Yeah, and now I can get these gems. Couple of extra little puzzles in it. Nice. And I guess that's the advantage of not having procedurally generated levels, right? Allows you to build a few little puzzle mechanics into the game itself. Let's... Ooh, do I want to do that? Yes, we'll break you, then go round, and then break one out from underneath it so you can come and walk into those spikes. Here you go, buddy. Go that way, I go this way. Everyone's happy. My inventory's full. Dang it. Should have seen that coming. Alright, back up. Climb! Thank God for those little flower things. What would we do without them? Oh, more for you. How big are you getting? Ooh, it's a big egg now. Is there anything hiding there? No. Ooh. The game seems good, but after seeing 15 minutes of gameplay, I feel like I've already seen everything the game has to offer. For a $4 game, that's hardly a major complaint, but still. I mean, the same could be said about old Flash games like Motherload. Hey, 3Mad, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, diggy style games are the whole genre. There's just something satisfying about going further and further down because you're like, okay, well, what's going to be around the next corner? What's the next thing we're going to find? Games like Motherload were incredibly popular for a reason, and that reason is just people like digging. Oh, see, now we're getting some new enemy types. The best way to get around you. I need to get you to fall down into the spike, so let's just quickly break that. That works. Can't attack you though, and you seem pretty content just sitting there. Which I'll be honest is kind of rude. That's fine, you can just stay. Bag is full, it is time to go. Climb, little bird. I believe in you. We have 10 minutes left to see if we can actually beat the game. I don't think we're going to. I get the feeling this might be a 30-minute game, which we're not going to get through because I keep checking chat. Guy does things. I kind of wanted to do a procedurally generated dungeon crawler that's intentionally cryptic, but I couldn't actually figure out node-based generation. That's okay. Sometimes it's just the idea that counts, right? Yeah, game's $4 and there's enough. I think, especially for $4 Australian dollars, there's a lot of value for money here. Like, even the music, like the ambience changes as you get further down. They've considered some of the smaller details that other people might overlook. There we go. There's actually predator-prey relationship going on there. The little spike dude follows them. Ah, now he's following me. Yeah, because they're like, oh, there's someone above me. I'm gonna get him. Do I need to tackle this from a different angle? No, I can just come down this way, and then he can't get me. Haha. But now I can't get that. Dang it. Is this a hidden gem? I think this is actually a hidden gem. Man, speaking of currency conversion, you're increasingly annoyed that all games cost the same in USD and in euros. That is, like, that shouldn't be a thing. They should be different. Gotta get ya! Oh, it took too long to fall. There we go. We got him. We're good. I also unfortunately just missed whatever that notification was. I looked away at just the wrong time. Can someone please tell me what that was? Was that a member? A follow? I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Mutant Dream followed. Thank you very much. Ah, we got a follow, which means the kitty gets a treat. Hello. One important thing that we need to do. There we go. Oh, no, you dropped it. There you go. Treat to the kitty. Perfect. Mutant, gotta go. Sorry, catch you next time. Thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. And enjoy the rest of your day, mate. I really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, currency conversion sucks. Even as someone living in Australia, we're normally pretty good with things. Our currency's pretty strong. But sometimes you get screwed over. And sometimes numbers just feel bad, even if they actually aren't. Like, when a new AAA release comes out, like, oh, this game's going to cost you, like, 90 Australian dollars. Or I think there was one recently that was, like, over 100. I was like, what? That's insane. I'd rather have, like, 5 copies of this game. Thank you very much. All right, perched back on the egg. Another day done. Petition to make the cat cam 1% larger for every donation. That petition would be passed in an instant because I would vote for it myself. All right, more fuel. In fact, we can do another one on there. We'll do a little bit more inventory. Yeah, we'll leave that bonus XP for next time. I think we've got enough time to do at least one more trip down. But look how much fuel we've got now. Yeah, this way. And at least there doesn't appear to be fall damage, because fall damage would kind of ruin the game. Alright, we can keep going down this way. We will take that. How am I going to deal with you? Let's make a path for you down here. Gust, thank you for the follow. You know what that means? It means it's... Oh, we killed both of them. Nice. It means it's time to give the kitty another treat. Heck yes. Hang on, cursor, get over here. Look, she was already like, oh, I've had my treat. I'm going to go back to sleeping now. And then as soon as I rattle the container, she's like, oh, what? Is that for me? It is for you. Yeah. Don't worry about, like, risking overfeeding her or anything. She's fine. She can have, like, 20 or so of those treats a day and she'll still be good. Yeah, 3Man, how did your stream go? What were you still doing more dev work today, more coding? Daniel, I think you can get a few more copies of this game for 100 kangaroo money. It's not kangaroo money, it's dollary dues. Our currency has a name, and you should respect that. Let's get back up. No, don't want to go there. I want to go here. We'll drill down and get this one as well. Because whatever these are, they seem to be very valuable. Also, why did I get a red gem from a blue rock? There's my one complaint about the game. The color coding of the gems makes no sense. Yeah, it was more dev work. Hopefully you're making good progress. Only behind the Israeli shekel and the Swiss franc, yeah. That's where we get to the Australian dollary-do. All right, let's throw our gems out there so we can check what's up here. Fly, little birdie. Ah. Ooh, that's 15 kilos. And this is back in the tutorial area. Okay. So we're going to go right back down. Wait. We went straight past all the gems. Yes. Nice. We have to work effortlessly for this jam. There's a game jam you're participating in that's coming up. There's a few people in our community that join in for those. Sky's one of them. Okay. How do we deal with you? I can drop down that way, but then you're not going to move. There also is a secret something in there that I can't get into. Need him to come over this way just a little bit so I can crush him with one of these falling blocks. Hey, bud? Yes. You want to hang out there? That'd be great. That's fine. Plonk you there. We do this. We do this. We move. Got him. Smart. There we go. And our bag is basically full, so we're going to go back up and drop that off. Real quick. Hut, hut, hut. Get me through! Alright. Yeah, we're being limited more by inventory space than we are by fuel at the moment. Eat the egg! And the best part is, now I can actually go back this way. And we can use the shortcut here to drop all the way back down. Nice. Sky, you mostly do the larger jams, to be honest, because it's easier to find a team in those. There's something I love about the idea of just, like, getting teamed up with a bunch of random people and going, right, what's the coolest stuff that we can make? This seems suspicious. Ah. Okay, let's leave the gem there. See what's up here. This is different. This is very different. Careful. Let's not get ourselves crushed. Even if I find something out here, I'm not going to be able to take it back. Oh, God. Okay. Evil. Yeah. Like, all right, sure. I have a gem. What am I going to do with that? I throw it down the hole. Oh, we are so far down. Okay. It just keeps going. This is way bigger than I thought. I thought we were nearly done. Can't drill through that. How the heck do I get out of here? Well, let's keep following it. I don't feel like I want to go all the way back. This is clearly trying to lead somewhere, right? Real plus time is plant? What? Has that always been a mechanic? Hold up a freaking second. I thought those were just meant to be things that you would find randomly. But no, I think that's been a mechanic this entire freaking time. Yeah, not up there, so we have to plant it here. I was wondering how we get back. Alright, this game just went from a solid, like, 3 out of 5 to at least a 4 out of 5. What the heck? Alright, game. Stop flexing. You didn't have to go that hard. Alright, let's get out of here. But that's really cool, because now I know that I can drill straight down in sections and make a clear path back out again. That changes my entire approach to the gameplay now. Dude! That's really freaking cool. Also, there's something up there that I missed, so let's put a little plant here. Come on. Yeah. Gem. Can I carry you? Yes, technically. Alright. Back up we go. Feed the egg. He's getting so big. Look at him. Alright, I'm going to use up the last little bit of time I've got because I can just do this. Because now I know I can just dig straight down for a bunch of stuff. Get rid of these spikes. Boom. How far straight down we can go before we actually hit something. Also, can you walk into the side of the spikes and die? Yes, you can. Marvelous. Thank you for your contribution to science. How far down can you go in a straight line? Alright, that's where I'm going to get a bit stuck because I can't get rid of that guy now. Well, boo. Still, at least I can fly straight back out like this, and I can mess around with doing that another time. We're going to end the day, spend the points, and I think we're going to end it about there for this game. In fact, unfortunately, I might need to end it there for today's stream as well. Just because I've got something coming up this afternoon that I need to be available for. Inventory, real speed. Yeah. Max out that. Beautiful. This game, absolutely fantastic. I love what it's doing. I hate to end the stream preemptively. We got through 3 games, but unfortunately I do need to spend some time because we've got some people coming over later today, and I need to make sure that our little apartment is presentable. Yeah, good thing we caught us before ending the stream. Also, 3Mads, thank you for being here, because I do remember I need to do something. Because last time we spoke about the whole, you know, sending people off on a raid to another streamer, and I completely forgot to do it at the end of my stream because I'm an idiot. We spoke about it for like a solid 15 minutes, and I still forgot at the end of the stream. Before we do that, though, I want to summarize my thoughts on the game. I think this is a genuine hidden gem. I'm glad that it does now have over 200 reviews because it truly deserves it. I'm struggling to think about a single thing that the game's actually doing wrong where it's got room for improvement. initially I was thinking, oh, this seems maybe a bit like overly simplistic. It just feels like a clone of Motherlode. But then right when I was at that point of going, it doesn't seem to be introducing anything new, it turns around and goes, oh, hey, here's a little mechanic that was here the entire time that you didn't know about. And that now makes me go, well, is there more than one? Possibly not, considering that I already got like half of the achievements that are in the game. But also, possibly, yes. There could definitely be something else hiding in that game that's unexpected. It seems like it is fairly short and fairly simple, but the fact that it could still put a twist like that into the game is quite impressive. Yeah, honestly, that one took me by surprise. I was expecting a cutesy little kind of platformer. I was not expecting it to have like that additional layer of depth. So kudos to the devs. It's a short, simple game and would make me really excited to see what they do next. Because if that is their debut game that they launch with, imagine what they're going to be able to do with some extra funding. So if that game's caught your interest, like, it's $4.50 dues. So support them. They need it. All right. Yeah, so we'll wrap up for today. What I do want to mention, though, is we are planning on having a new video drop on Monday morning Australian time, which will be Sunday night for Americans. That is going to be a little experimental video. Something a little bit different. It's a shorter one than normal and experimental for a little bit of fun. So definitely be interested to hear some thoughts and feedback on it when it drops in. Pile Driver Micro Goomba, hello. Unfortunately, you've come right at the end of the stream. I'm so sorry. But you're here, and that's what matters. I think I saw Hydrolitsony turn up right at the end as well. It happens. Robot Twilight, is it the Good Dog video? It is not. Good Dog video is currently in the editing process and should hopefully be releasing, assuming no hurdles or roadblocks, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So it's a bit over a week away. So that one's coming soon, and you'll be able to find out what that whole thing about Good Dog was all about, which was hilarious. I love that. But no, the one coming out this weekend is something that will look familiar, but also slightly different as well. All right, now let me try and figure out how on earth raids work so I can figure out where we're sending you all over to. I feel like I saw a button for this before. Where is... You'd think I'd be... Oh, there it is. It's under there. Raid channel. All right, so if you're on Twitch, we're going to send you over somewhere. Can I search for anyone else that's doing games and demos, actually? Anyone else that's doing a variety stream? No, they're just playing Lineage 2. Let's not send them there. Actually, that might be interesting. Let's bring this up. And then you guys can pick where you want to go. Let's jump over to that one. Except you're not going to be able to see anything. Can I even zoom that to make it bigger for you? Yeah, there you go. Now you can actually see a bit of what's on there. I don't know who any of these people are. Burnout Revenge. New horror demos? That could be interesting. To trade Jason. Are they streaming at the moment? Jason the Piano Man? Heck yeah. If they're streaming, we'll send some people their way. Jason the Piano. Yeah! They're playing Bug Fables. Let's go say hi. Start raid. There we go. Shame we can't send people over from YouTube. Was that a foot with eyes? Don't want to know. Alright. Enjoy. Have some fun over with Jason. I might actually drop in and watch the stream just for a little bit because I can. Because I can't hear anything they're saying. Alright. You guys have fun. Enjoy the stream over there. Oh, 12 is rating in 1 minute. It takes time. What happens if I click raid now? That'll do it. Jason's been a member of the community for ages. They deserve some extra support. All right, for everyone else, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will catch you again tomorrow for more In Stars and Time. Otherwise, I'll see you again next week for more Wheel of Misfortune. Take care.